Hey there! The world is in a state of bewilderment and impetuousness as the global financial system undergoes a massive shift. The once unquestionable dominance of the United States is now being challenged by the emerging superpowers of Russia and China, who are taking bold steps to break free from the grip of the US dollar. For decades, the US dollar has reigned as the world's reserve currency, serving as the backbone of the global financial system. However, the tide is turning as more countries distance themselves from the dollar, and the US is losing its stronghold on the global economy. Now, all eyes are on Saudi Arabia, one of the largest oil producers in the world, as it contemplates a move that could have a seismic impact on the global financial system. Saudi Arabia is considering breaking away from the US dollar and trading oil in its own currency, a decision that could send shockwaves throughout the world. The implications of such a move are staggering, and the global financial system stands on the precipice of a monumental transformation. This development comes at a time when the debate over the future of the global financial system is intensifying. Some believe that the US will fight tooth and nail to maintain the dollar's dominance, while others argue that a shift towards a more equitable global financial system is long overdue. The potential shift in Saudi Arabia's oil trade is a reflection of a larger trend. China has been making significant strides in buying oil in yuan instead of dollars, and now Saudi Arabia, with its substantial exports to China, is considering following suit. The negotiations between China and Saudi Arabia have experienced ups and downs over the years, but recent reports indicate that progress is being made. The allure of selling oil in yuan could prove too enticing for Saudi Arabia to resist, and the ramifications of such a decision cannot be overstated. The petrodollar system, which has anchored the global financial system for decades, could be under threat if the petro-yuan emerges as the preferred currency for the oil industry, with approximately 80% of global oil transactions denominated in dollars. Any erosion of the dollar's dominance would send shockwaves throughout the global economy. China's growing economic power and influence further magnify the significance of this potential shift. The United States' long-standing dominance over the global financial system has faced challenges in the past, but the current situation could be the most substantial test yet. The ongoing negotiations between China and Saudi Arabia have captured the world's attention, and the outcome could redefine the global financial order. Will the petrodollar maintain its stranglehold, or will the petro-yuan emerge as the new global currency for the oil industry? The tension is palpable, and the world is holding its breath as these discussions unfold. Since 1974, the petrodollar system has bound Saudi Arabia to exclusively conduct oil deals in dollars, solidifying the strength and value of the US currency. However, the de-dollarization campaign led by China and Russia has been eroding the petrodollar system's power. China and Russia are actively working to establish an independent financial network free from US influence, including promoting yuan-ruble deals and bilateral trade. Saudi Arabia's potential shift away from dollar-denominated transactions could disrupt the traditional financial system as we know it. The discussions between Saudi Arabia and China regarding yuan-denominated oil contracts have been ongoing for years, but they have gained momentum recently due to Saudi Arabia's concerns about US commitment to supporting the kingdom. The global oil market is on edge, contemplating the United States' response to Saudi Arabia potentially switching to the yuan. The US government may perceive this as a threat to its economic and geopolitical interests since the dominance of the dollar is a significant source of its power and influence. The US could choose to retaliate with economic sanctions or adopt a more cooperative approach, but the repercussions of either path are profound. The US dollar's dominance has long rested on its connection to the petrodollar system, and now its position as the world's reserve currency is under scrutiny. While the strength of the US economy has traditionally been attributed to the dollar's dominance, the role of oil cannot be overlooked. However, more countries are shifting away from the dollar, and China's yuan has already surpassed it as the most traded currency in Russia. The BRICS group is also actively working toward creating a new currency that would reduce their dependence on the US dollar, potentially reshaping the global financial landscape. Economists predict that a BRICS currency could mark the beginning of the end for the dollar's dominance, envisioning a future where the yuan and euro disrupt the dollar's reign and create a tripolar reserve currency world. The yuan's ascent goes beyond Russia and the BRICS nations. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Chile, and Hong Kong have pledged substantial amounts in yuan, embracing its potential as a global reserve currency. The yuan has already become a de facto reserve currency in Moscow, bolstered by U.S. sanctions on Russia that have further solidified the yuan's position as a viable alternative to the dollar. In conclusion, the potential displacement of the US dollar by China's yuan in the global financial system would be nothing short of earth-shattering. Such a shift would have far-reaching consequences, and the world must grapple with the uncertainty and complexities it would bring. For China to maintain the yuan's newfound role, it must ensure political stability and financial transparency, akin to the promises made by the United States in the 20th century. However, this transition could come at a heavy cost for the U.S., as its ability to issue dollar debt and earn dollars for exports would decline, potentially leading to an economic contraction. China, too, faces challenges in achieving its goals, including improving transparency and strengthening trade relations with other nations. Nonetheless, China's economic growth and its expanding diplomatic and cultural influence position it as a formidable candidate for spearheading a multipolar world. The impact on the global economy if Saudi Arabia switches to the Chinese yuan is a complex question that necessitates meticulous examination of both short-term and long-term implications. Nonetheless, it is certain that such a shift would have significant ramifications for the balance of power between nations. The global order as we know it may undergo fundamental changes, and the consequences, both positive and negative, will reverberate throughout the world. Write your opinion in the comments.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing for more content. Take care.